this is Yahweasel. Another channel update. I feel like I've been doing a lot of channel updates recently, but I've also gotten quite the boost in new and recurring subscribers recently. So somebody posted on the poll a suggestion that I play this game. Those of you who have been watching my channel for quite a time, or have gone back through the history and watched old games, know that I played a lot of weird Chinese hacks. This is one of them. This is Diablo from Shenzhen, Nanjing. It is either Diablo or Diablo 2. I can't even find consistent information on that. And it's for the NES, as you can plainly see. So it is a hack of Diablo for the NES. Now, I gotta say, I would love to get back to these weird hacks. This is how my channel started. I want this to be a consistent theme, that occasionally my main game is one of these truly bizarre hacks, because I do find them very, very enjoyable, at least after cheating a lot. There's only one problem here. So, words in Chinese, you say? Words in Chinese, you say? With Final Fantasy VII, I was able to play it because some nice fellow, or a group of fellows, had translated it into the only language I speak, which is the English language. And with Chrono Trigger, I could do it because A, I had enough of an understanding of Chrono Trigger that I could sort of stumble my way through, and B, because it was on a controller, I could sort of easily play two games at once. Not that easily, but the point is I could play the original Chrono Trigger, or in fact a hack of the original Chrono Trigger, and the Chinese NES Chrono Trigger kind of at the same time. In fact, actually at the same time. And that made it possible to play even though it was all words in Chinese, you say. So I had a technique that allowed me to play both of those games. This game, as much as I would love to play it, I got nothing. I don't know Diablo. I never beat the first Diablo, and I don't think I've even started any of the other Diablo games, and I don't own any of them. And it's not been translated, so it's not like I can find the English version, and even if I were to play them simultaneously, which would be much more difficult for Diablo than Chrono Trigger, I can't, how is that possible? I need like a mouse and keyboard and a controller at the same time? That's not gonna happen. Plus, it's not even clear whether this is a recreation of the original Diablo or Diablo 2. So, I would love to play this. If you have a suggestion of how I could, then I will keep it on the poll and maybe sometime I will play it. If you have a suggestion for how that could work. If otherwise, I'm just gonna have to eventually remove this from the poll, because, I mean, as much as I would love to play it, just hours and hours of me being confused and saying, words in Chinese, you say? I don't know how well that would work, to be honest. So, my only thought... Okay, here are my only two thoughts on how this could work, and it would be very, very, very difficult and co-op either way. One, if I could find somebody who natively speaks Chinese, then we could just co-op it, and he would act as translator, and that would be rude and terrible, but it would work. So that's not a great idea. The other is to do a similar sort of double game as I did with Chrono Trigger, but have somebody else play the real version of Diablo, or Diablo 2, whatever game this is based on, and record that, while I play this, and we can sort of collectively try to guess just what the heck is going on in this. Those are my ideas. Neither of them are very implementable. They would be very difficult to do. So as much as I would love to get back into hacks and play this, I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna happen. That seems a bit unrealistic, so suggestions welcome. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Obviously, a regular video will go up tonight as always. Cheers from Yahweasel.